Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. On the last episode, we were in Holly Jolly Village, the happiest place in the Mushroom Kingdom, where we were currently trying to find if any survivors were there. Like I said, happiest place in Mushroom Kingdom. Found the mayor, who had decided to hide inside his chimney. Got him out of the chimney, and he immediately got recaptured by the Shroobs. And so Mario and Luigi fought the Shroobs. Unfortunately, they both lost. So our baby counterparts, or at least the Mario and Luigi of this timeline, of this time area, came by and rescued us, and we got our introduction to Bros items, and we escaped, thanks to the help of Baby Bowser, found out about Shroob Castle and Princess Shroob, who then shot us down in Bowser's Castle, which we're currently at. So, we're now trying to find out where they went, and also switch the controls around, so I should at least be able to do this normally. Now, I kind of want to avoid any conflict right now. No, avoid conflict. I want to avoid conflict right now because I want to save these enemies for later. Whoop. Let me go. Whoa. There we go. Now, I'm saving these enemies for later for a good reason. Oh, look at that. Green shells 4. Nope, leave me alone. Go around. It's a lot harder to dodge them than it is to actually... Alright. Now we got a lot of Goombas here, and we have this upper platform right here that we're going to need to navigate. 20 coins right there. In fact, I should probably get to the upper floor right now. Just avoid this Goomba right here. Hopefully this goes a lot easier now that I've switched the controls around, so my muscle memory kicks in a little bit more. This game has yet to get really fun. As soon as something happens, which I think should happen in this episode, things will really start kicking off. I mean, how many episodes did it take for us to get before Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga really kicked off? Like, it wasn't until we touched down in the Bean Kingdom. That was what, episode... Was that the end of episode 1? Never mind then. So, like I've said, have I said this? That we're going to be seeing a lot of these? Because you should remember what this is. Oh yeah, I did, at Toadsworth Room. So you can tell that there's a bean right here. Unfortunately, we don't have the necessary abilities because we don't have any abilities right now. But let's just progress down here. Alright, so there's the babies. We can't do anything with them right now. They're just watching us walk around. So let's just, let's try and progress. So, when that looks like that, like Stuff Will was talking about, I can move Mario and Luigi around like so. And if I ever want to do anything with the babies, and so now you notice that Mario and Luigi have darkened a little bit, just because they're not currently in use, and also the icons on the top changed so that the X and Y buttons are the ones that are lit up, not the A and B buttons. And so now I can control the babies. So let's talk with Stuffwell again, so that we can learn how to control both at the same time. So what he's talking about is, if I ever want to control, like, it's going to be very difficult for me to move through this game if I can only control one group of brothers at a time. So if I want to control them all, or move them all at the same time, all I have to simply do is walk into the babies, or have the babies walk into me. And so now I can control Mario and Luigi and have the babies with me at the same time. And you notice that at the top, there's a new button. Look right there for X and Y. We're going to get into those later, but actually, yeah, let's do this right now. I think Stuffwell is going to do something as soon as I get into a fight. Or else it has to be the scripted fight they have to get into. It's probably the scripted fight he's going to have us do. Oh, and I just took damage. Alright, so here's the difference between Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Partners in Time. I have both brothers right now. Actually, you know what? I should just play this like I'm stupid. I'm just gonna play this like I'm stupid. Like, I can only control Mario and Luigi, just so I can have the tutorial go on like normal. So, I'll at least show the bosses, or enemies. We got the normal Goomba right here, and his stat should be up on the screen right now. And then, also in the same fight, we have a Boo. And his stats are going to be on the screen right now. Boo is a little tougher because I think you can only do like 1 damage to Boo at this point in time per hit. So, get rid of the Goomba first, since he's going to be the nuisance until... Actually, the Boo's the nuisance. But at least we can have one less enemy to deal with. Look at the Boo's eyes. He uncovered his right, so we're going... Ah, that did 3 damage. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different Boo, aren't I? I'm thinking of a completely different enemy. But all of them get the experience, all of them get the coins, and I got a mushroom. Oh, I'm afraid to... hold on. Let me do something very quickly. You might be noticing that the brothers, the babies, don't have their stats up on the screen yet. Probably because I have not yet seen their quartet info. So, Mario, Luigi, let me just double check to make sure those are both correct. And then here's Baby Mario's stats and Baby Luigi stats. And they are both level 3 as well. Their stats are going to be a little bit lackluster compared with Mario and Luigi just because they are babies. But they'll get their chance as we slowly grow throughout this game. This fight should not... This should be the first fight we skip.
Let's go.
Oh man, when the leveling up happens, that's just gonna go... It's gonna be complete chaos when they start to level up.
Let's go.
At least it's gonna be easier to keep track of their stats per battle. I don't need to keep track of their stats in between battles anymore. I just need to only keep track of their stats whenever they level up. Which is good, because that's less editing on my part.
Let's go.
I like how Luigi has less experience than the babies. Like the babies at this point have 67. Mario has 70. Luigi has 64. So I guess they took the middle ground for their stats.
Let's go.
I'm a little surprised I have not leveled up yet. There's only 2 more enemies left to deal with. Maybe if I level up.
Let's go.
Maybe I wasn't supposed to level up before that first tutorial fight. Maybe I could level up during the tutorial fight. Wow, it really wasn't. They designed it. I guess they designed it so that I would not level up, even if I did fight all those enemies like I just did. Huh. Well, that was kind of genius on their part to avoid, because they must have known that some people would have decided to skip over those enemies like I did, completely backtrack so I can get rid of those enemies like I did, and despite not even doing the tutorial yet, find out how to level up and how to actually play the game with the 4 brothers, which I have been doing with the battles I have not shown. So now we're back here. All the enemies before us are dead, so let's finally progress. And here is that button that we saw at the Princess Peach's castle, and this giant stone sign will tell us what we need to do. So this is the 4-person switch, as noted by the 4 little rectangles on the top of the button. All I have to simply do is have 4 people stand on this. So, like for instance, the Mario Brothers and the baby Mario Brothers. Yay! Here's a new sign, but I'll basically just tell you what it's going to be. So this looks a little too tall for us to do. And you might notice that no matter what we do, we can't go that way. What we have to simply do is toss the babies up there, like so. And now we can control the babies, and the babies can reach higher places than the normal Mario Brothers can. During this time, we can actually go back and forth between the babies and the adults. And even if you look at the top screen, their icons change depending on what brother we're currently controlling. Not to mention that if you go into a different room than what they're currently at, Mario is now in bottom, babies are over there. There should be a, oh yeah, it's so you can even go into different rooms as the different pairs. This thing right here is actually very convenient. I don't think I can actually have Mario and Luigi visible when I do this. Or I can, very briefly. The first 2 were a fluke, but that is a pipe block. Basically just puts a pipe down and it has Mario and Luigi teleport themselves to us, which is very convenient because it would be completely impossible for them to get up here any other way. I'm gonna get to that blue, I'm gonna get to the pipe, the blue pipe that you see in the top screen, and we're gonna call it an episode when we've reached that. Take that. So, some of the blocks you'll probably be able to start telling that this one should be an adult block and this one should be a baby block, simply because of the height differences in like how tall the block is. Like for example, look how tall this block is compared with Mario. And then do the same thing for this one. Look how tall it is. You get a full jump on that one. This one you just barely get anything. Because it's kind of impossible for the babies to reach these taller blocks. Like for example, if I have one of the babies go up to this block, they could hit this one. And they could hit this one. But they can't even get up here because they can't jump that high. And if I toss them up there, they're still not going to be able to reach the blocks. But I can toss them into little crevices like this. Kind of like Mini Mario, except they're actually babies. And there's actually 2 of them. Instead of one relying on a Mini Mario to do the work. I got a lot of coins in there. I'm already up to 360 coins. When are we gonna get to our first fight? Probably this room. Still no? Really? Huh. There's a save block right there. We don't need to save it with just the babies. Though that makes me wonder, is there a save block on the other side of that blue pipe? So you briefly saw that was an exclamation point block, a purple one. Purple ones usually activate things, like it lowered this so that we can have the older guys jump up. So this should be where we do our first fight at.
Let's go.
Okie dokie.
Alright, so we've seen this before, because we've already done the fight. We've done a couple fights, but I haven't exactly shown off what he's telling us. So, well, we have the item block right now. He's gonna tell us to use jump, because there's no flee. But if we use this, and if we jump on the boo, you can actually get 2 attacks in for every single time we jump. So, wow, we already have 17 green shells. Holy crap. So, if you notice at the top, it shows us how normally the attack goes, and now this right here shows the addition that we get whenever we have all 4 bros together with this green shell. Some of the bros items that we're going to be getting throughout the game, you only need 2 bros to actually use, but you get a new thing that happens if you use all 4. Some bros items you need all 4 brothers in order to use, so let's try this out. Should be Mario taps the A button, and then once we get to the Goomba, we should press the X button related to Baby Mario, since he's going to be the one that's going to jump on the shell. So you can kind of see what this looks like. Oh, crap. So can't wait for the tutorials to be done. So just like, it's going to be the exact same, except instead of X, we're going to be hitting Y, like it shows up there. And there it goes. Alright, now we can battle like normal. There's one thing that he did not describe that I hope I don't show, but I probably will later on, is that if you end up getting a KO, like if one of your brothers loses all their health, notice it only shows Luigi's and Mario's, not Baby Mario and Baby Luigi's. So for example, Mario's health goes to 0. Baby Mario's gonna drag Mario's unconscious body out of the battle and take over as that fighter. So it'll show Luigi and Baby Mario as the fighter. So as long as you have, well, as long as you have a baby fighter still with full health, you can still fight on. The battle will only end after all the brothers are knocked out. So it'll go Mario and Luigi, then they'll get knocked out, then go to Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. You can't have like Baby Luigi knocked out before Luigi. It just doesn't work that way. Because you'll start each battle, all the brothers will all have at least 1 health. Kind of like what happens whenever we have a brother knocked out. I'm not using the piggyback moves in Superstar Saga. Even if they got knocked out, they ended the battle, and then back in the home world, or back in the overworld, they had 1 health left, so that they could start battles again. And this should actually level us up, I hope. Especially with that 22 experience. Mario's finally in the triple digits. And there we go, level 4. Oh god, I gotta make the level up things for Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. They weren't hard to make, but they were a little bit difficult. I'm talking about the editing thing, like whenever they level up and that level up banner pops up and shines for a brief moment. Let's see. I guess I could work on your stash. Oh, baby. Oh, that's a whole 5. The same thing happens with the extra point roulette here as well, the bonus roulette. That the less you use it, the bigger the numbers will get. The more you use it, the smaller the numbers will get. So if you constantly level up like Luigi's HP, for example, you'll eventually just have 1s. Like you won't have any of these 4s. I'm not. Oh, I didn't mean to level up his HP. And Baby Mario's first time leveling up. So it's very good to have defense for your elder brothers, since they're going to be the ones that are going to be taking all the hits. And you might want to work on speed with Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. I mean, that's how it's basically going to go regardless. I think that's like how the natural progression goes. Like, Baby Mario and Baby Luigi's speed will eventually eclipse Mario and Luigi's speed. Although they don't get to attack. It doesn't determine who attacks first, as long as the adults are still conscious. I even have a stash point, too. I don't know why I picked a stash. I really don't know why. I gotta compare Baby Mario stats with Baby Luigi stats, and not with the older brothers. So I know that. Well, now they're all in double digits. That's good. All right, and that was the tutorial battle, and we actually leveled up. So let's just continue going through here. Oh, I wasn't underneath it. Green shell.
Let's go.
Okie dokie.
Oh, leave me alone. Leave Luigi alone. So here is the 3rd new enemy, technically. Is it the 3rd? No, because we fought the triplets. 4th new enemy. The, what is your name? I forgot your name. Boom Guy. The Boom Guy. So his stats are going to be on the screen right now. Boom Guys are a little annoying. I'm not using piggyback moves still. Oh, and then I just fail it completely. Okay, so for Boom Guys, I'll wait until after these boos attack. I'll explain Boom Guy's pattern that you need to get down. So the Boom Guy is gonna walk up to you, and he will just shoot something off the cannon that's on top of his head. If he does not stick his hand out like he did right there, expect to jump immediately as he shoots. If he sticks his hand out, it's gonna false fire, and then it's gonna shoot out a little later. And he can do it like, ooh, lucky hit. He can do it like right next to you, so you got to be very prepared. Actually, let's keep him alive just so I can show off what happens next. Oh, another lucky hit. See, like that. He didn't stick out his hand, so I knew he was going to fire immediately. He was further away, so I had a little bit of time to jump. And you notice that if he ever does not have his helmet, he's going to call for a backup. Sometimes he'll drop off another cannon for him. Other times they won't, and it'll just completely skip his turn, because he can't do anything without his cannon hat. Oh, now is when the fun begins. The fun begins when you have all 4 brothers, and when you start getting to use the bros items with all 4 brothers. And when you start leveling up, I just completely missed this Boo. I didn't even see him. I wonder if he can reach level 5 by the time of this episode ends. Because we did level up when we fought Kamek and the minions he spawned. But we should be getting close to level 5 by now. I mean, the boom guys give you a lot of experience, at least compared with the boos and the goombas. So here is the blue pipe that we were talking about, and as you notice, the blue pipe is covered with one of the four minion blocks. So I have to simply do a stand on it. There is a save block in here. Good, because this is where we're going to call it an episode. So now you can see all the 4 brothers are on the save emblem right there. And it's saved. An hour 46 already? It's only been 4 episodes. Well, time flies when you're having fun, I guess. So in the next episode of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, you might notice that the top screen changed because we have entered a new area. So I think in the next episode, we're going to be finishing off this area, and then hopefully getting out of Bowser's Castle in the episode after that. So until next time, hopefully you enjoy. How do I forget these blimps exist? How'd you miss that blimp? Did I get it? No, I didn't. Oh, thank God I got that one. No! How did I miss that one? Okay, I was 2 away that time. That blimp hangs around for a while. Good God, I already forgot the controls.